All right, this is why I don't like borrowing other people's cars. I agreed to buy this car from my sister-in-law, I don't know, a month or so ago, a couple months ago. My Volkswagen was broke down. Remember that? Well, my wife's sister was driving our Volkswagen, or our Volvo. So I'd been getting up every morning and borrowing this thing just to go get coffee. Well, I had to go get cat food one morning, and a guy had stopped in front of me in front of a store. We were going maybe 25 miles an hour. Stomped the brakes. You know, it wasn't even really raining, it was drizzling. It hadn't rained in, God, a month. Roads were like grease. I dove underneath him. I didn't even touch the bumper cover. This is all it did to the bumper cover right here. It was just a scratch here, little scuff. And actually the paint's, been flaking. But I got both turn signals, the header, headlights, and grill. Didn't do anything to the horns. I mean, hood latch still works fine. Didn't touch the airbags, didn't deploy. This thing is fine. I just got the battery charger on it, just be charging it up. That thing's fine. So I put out my feelers on Facebook, see if somebody's got one of these, and somebody came on there yesterday and said somebody came on there tonight and said they got one and might even have the same color. I said, well, let me know how much you want for one. And I may even buy the hood, because this thing has two kinks in it where the header hit the hood. I mean, that'd be no big deal. And it's got a bunch of hail damage in it. See the hail damage? So if I can get another hood the same color, I'll just go ahead and replace the hood. All of this damage, two headlights, 150, headers, 140, grills, 50. Marker lights are 50 a pair. Say $50 for paint. And what I would do is I would just jam this in. I wouldn't even paint the header. I would jam it in because the car really needs the dents fixed before it got painted. So I bought this car yesterday from her. I got it cheap. I've known this car since she bought it. I mean, she's had it 10 years. It's got no miles on it. That's $40 just for the stupid emblem. So at least I saved the emblem. I picked all my parts up out of the street. Saved my wiring harness for that other headlight. I cleaned up my mess, so I've got that hardware for the grill, but I guess the new grill comes with new hardware. See, it's got hail damage. We get hit with hail quite a bit around here. You can see little dings in the roof. So I thought about paint. I don't know. It's just a little bit too much work for a 13-year-old car. But yeah, this thing here ain't got no miles on it for a big old boat. Good running old car. It's kind of filthy. She just drove it back and forth to work is all she did. I rebuilt the rear end in it. Wow. A year and a half ago, she had a wheel bearing go bad. So we pulled them both sides apart. We put two new wheel bearings in it, one new axle, all new brakes, turned the back rotors, new front rotors, new brake pads. It's got a busted belt in one of the tires, good old Walmart tires, so it's got a wobble when you drive it. It's got that side to side shake. But you know, when I was looking for parts for my Volkswagen, this is the car I drove everywhere. I mean, we drove it to Noonan, Georgia twice. Drove this thing everywhere. It's a good old car. And I hated for her to just, you know, sell it to some random stranger on the street. And so I just, you know, brother-in-law said what he wanted for it. And I said, well, I'll go ahead and give you that for it. And then I went ahead and wrecked it. So we sold the niece the Volvo, and I just handed brother-in-law the cash for this car. I said, you still want to sell me the car? He said, yeah, if you want it, take it. So I went ahead and got it. So I'm going to clean it up. You know, I'll get the oil changed. This thing really actually sat so long, damn injector's stuck. So we had to, you know, he primed it with some damn brake fluid, brake cleaner, just to get it running. Could have just sat in her yard. She never drove it. She went and bought a brand new car. They offered her $650 trade-in. And she said, I don't think so. And I'm glad you didn't trade it in. I paid a little bit more than $650 for it, but I mean, it's got one tear in the seat right there. The carpet's good. You know, all the windows go up and down. AC works. It needs the climate control module, that thing right there, which is bad in all of these. It blows in the dash on the defrost. Get one off the internet. Buy a rebuilt one. Ain't a bad old car. You know, everything works on it, yeah, except the headlights. It's quiet. There we go. So I just need some parts. So anybody out there got a silver or gray Grand Marquis want to sell me some parts off of them, let me know.